Now, I'm sure as a child, you have seen the Pokemon anime series. Now, in the series, you watch as Ash Ketchum goes to become a Pokemon world champion. During his adventure, though, he comes across many other trainers that become rivals towards him. Now, some rivals are pretty friendly, like Hal or the Trevor, the little goofy little bleh. But then there are others like Gary Oak, Paul, and Trip. Now, these people, very nefarious and always one step ahead of our main character. And after all the blood, sweat, tears that they put in, a higher skill level than our main character, which makes it all the more satisfying when they overcome their antagonistic character. Now you may think, oh yeah, but these rivals are just in the show, right? Pokemon isn't real, by the way, so there's no way you would get an actual Pokemon rival in real life. But that, my friend, is where you would be wrong. So over the course of my life, I've played a few Pokemon games, and I'll be talking about the rivals that I've had while playing these Pokemon games. God. But yeah, no, these were mainly friends who either I was always one step ahead of and was bullying, or there's this one that I'll get into that absolutely destroyed my team every single goddamn time we played. But to not give out any personal information from these people, I will be using fake names in this video. I know that might be annoying, sorry. Now, the first person on this list, and the one who traumatized me the most as a child in Pokemon, is a friend that I had back in primary school. I don't know where he is today. I don't speak to him anymore. But for the sake of this video and this story, I'll call him Clark. So, me and Clark were in primary school. He was 1 year younger than me. Now, I never had a 3DS growing up. I only recently got a 2DS to play all the 2DS Pokemon games. But Clark played a lot of 2DS games. I think like X and Y or Sun and Moon was his first ever Pokemon game. So he already had 2 years of experience before me. I started playing Pokemon on the Switch, so when it came to battling, I was cooked. So we both got Let's Go Pikachu around the same time, and as friends do, we hung out with each other and played Let's Go Pikachu, battled each other, traded each other, and it was just genuinely a good experience, you know, just playing Pokemon with the pals. Yeah, it was all fine and dandy until the incident. Now, one day after school, just before we were going to head home, we told each other when we got home we were going to try and hunt for a shiny Magikarp. I don't know why specifically it was a shiny Magikarp. I guess we just both really wanted a golden Koi Carp. We got... God, okay. My inner fisherman set out to spend hours and hours that night to try and get a glimpse of a shiny Magikarp. But alas, I was ass. I was horrible at the game. So of course I didn't get a Magikarp. So I just went to bed thinking, well, the shiny odds pretty, you know, lucky anyway. It'd have to be so lucky to get. And we would never get a golden Magikarp. No. Next day I walk into school and oh my god, I got a shiny Magikarp. Look. What? Now, when it came to battling, I think he would mostly win most of the time, just because he had a little bit more experience with the Pokemon series than me. But it would always be even, because he traded me one of his, like, Snorlaxes, I think. Like, I don't know, I can't remember if he was, like, over-leveled or something. But this Snorlax had to be on, like, some performance-enhancing drugs or, like, steroids or something. Built different. He swept every single gym, and he was just broken. So I don't know what kind of training he's doing behind the scenes, but he needs to be investigated immediately. And I'd say every Pokemon trainer has like their ace Pokemon on their team with whatever game they're playing. Our aces were a bit basic. He had Mega Blastoise, I had Mega Charizard X. Now you may think, oh yeah, no wonder he won all the time. He was using a Blastoise, were you using Orange Dragon? Well, here's the thing. I used Mega Charizard, which was a part Dragon type, which means, you know, water attacks would do. Also, my Charizard had Thunder Punch, so it was basically equal, you know, playing ground, if not more so, because I resist water moves, and in return, I can use a electric type move, which would absolutely just fry that goddamn turtle. But that damn golden Koi Carp changed everything, man. He leveled up and evolved that damn Magikarp faster than Max Verstappen. And before I knew it, he already had a goddamn mega shiny Gyarados, honestly. Can someone please tell this man that he is not Lance, bro? I remember the first battle that we had after he caught the Gyarados. It was traumatizing, to say the least. This was worse than goddamn Alarm beating Ash at the Colossus League, honestly. So I agree to battle him, acting nonchalant on the outside, but inside having the biggest goddamn crash out of all time. And as soon as I send out my Charizard, and he sends out his shiny mega Gyarados, mate, my Charizard's doing the 1,000-yard stare, and I know I'm cooked. It's actually like that Detective Pikachu scene. It's actually like that little Charizard's like staring up and like cowering in fear. But yeah, no, his Mega Gyarados was looking like Tiamat from Godzilla. It was terrifying. Worst of all as well, my Thunder Punch didn't do crap because he was part Dragon type as well. So in every, you know, possibility in the multiverse, I'm cooked. And this kid was acting like a proper supervillain. Someone tell bro he's not Lysander. I can imagine the fight vividly in my head. Me just like stuttering to get my words up. Charizard, you use the
Dragon Pulse.
And before I knew it, he swept my team, and that was that. Game, set, match. Rematched him like billions of other times, every single time. That damn red snake came out, clobbered my whole team. But I'm going to say one of the cringiest lines ever. When you're at rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. And, you know, a new game's coming out. Sword and Shield. So me and my friend are really excited about Sword and Shield. Even before we know the new Pokemon, we're already playing our team. Like, oh, you know, I'm going to have a Tyranitar. I didn't have a Tyranitar. But yeah, no, it was really exciting. And the starters got revealed. And
He said, so Adam, which starter are you gonna pick?
I don't know why I keep doing these accents.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna choose Skullbunny because I really like if I
Yeah, sure. And in the back, he's taking notes. I swear, he heard me say Scorbunny and knew which starter he was picking immediately. So I remember after we first got the game, I got the game in New Zealand because I was on holiday there at the time. We both get the game, and when I come back from home from New Zealand, we're like, okay, let's battle. Oh, by the way, which starter did you pick? Of course, this man picked. This is literally the Ash Ketchum versus Gary Oak matchup. The starter type that's super effective against mine. Mate, this man is on a mission. No matter what happens in that game, his one mission is to absolutely decimate me in every fight that we have in that game. I'm cooked. So we battled a lot in Sword and Shield, and I think it just went back and forth. I won 50% of the time, he won 50% of the time, which was pretty good. But yeah, no, I did not have a redemption arc at all. That goddamn red Gyarados. God. Yeah, no, that was the story of Clark. He was a menace. Now, we're going to talk about one of my other friends who kind of turned into a rival when it came to Pokemon battles. And this other friend we're going to call today is Jeremy. Now, Jeremy is a lot like Clark. He did play a lot of the 3DS games. However, unlike Clark, he's ass. He is so bad at Pokemon, and I know I'm still friends with him. He's going to watch this. But yeah, no, Jeremy, if you're watching this, hi. But yeah, no, this is the type of guy whose favourite Pokemon is Oshawott, but he won't pick Oshawott because he doesn't want it to evolve into Samurott. I mean, mate, even I picked Scorbunny. Yeah, no, I am going to expose him. The reason why he was a bit bad is because the one Pokemon game that we have played, and this was a very recent story, one Pokemon game that we did play, I forgot which one it was. He would have like 4 fire types on his team at the same time, and like, you know, lots of people play like that, and I think, oh, fair enough. Oh crap, I always won. Type diversity matters, bro, honestly. But yeah, no, this guy, I'm just gonna expose him for how bad he is. Again, sorry, he is like a really good friend. He has like a good taste in Pokemon. This guy, when he used to play Pokemon Sun, he told me a horror story that he could never beat Kukui. I'm sorry, Kukui, the shirtless professor. But yeah, no, Kukui, all he has is like this starter and like the Snorlax. He's like, I couldn't get past Snorlax. His Snorlax is too strong. I'm worried of how this guy would have gone up against Cynthia. I'm so glad he didn't play the Diamond and Pearl game. Bro wouldn't even get to Cynthia, honestly. Oh god, Jeremy, if you're watching, I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, I remember another thing is when he had Switch Online and we played Pokemon Shield. Because I had the DLC, and there's like the Crown Tundra DLC from Pokemon Switch or whatever it is. There's a bit where you could get like a bunch of legendaries, like the Raidens. I basically like gave him a bunch of legendaries. He said, oh, I can definitely beat you now. But yeah, no, he's still a good friend, and yeah, no, he's good at Pokemon very rarely, and No, he's ass, I'm sorry. You're so bad. Now, the last rival gonna be my little cousin Bradley. Now, Bradley has wanted to be in my videos for a long time, ever since he found out that I had a YouTube channel. And we just never got around to it. I filmed a couple of Fortnite videos with him, but then I kind of quit Fortnite. So I'm very sorry, Bradley. But I'm talking about you here now, so I'm really sorry. Hopefully, I can get you in another video in the future soon. Sorry for the wait, mate. I'm really sorry. Yeah, no, I remember Christmas of 2022. He got his first Pokemon game, Pokemon Scarlet. And Christmas 2022 is when I was just getting back into Pokemon. And I got Pokemon Violet. At the same time, we both got the 2 different games from the same generation. And I know, you know, I'm gonna show him the rope. Well, actually, he mostly caught all the Pokemon by himself, and he actually had, I will praise him for this, because unlike other people, Jeremy, Bradley was actually a smart cookie and had a type diversity on his team. Now, we need to give him a standing ovation for that. And he picked, not only did he have good type diversity, he actually had good Pokemon on his team. He had like Dragonite, Gengar, Skeledirge, which were actually all 3 decent mods, and they're the only Pokemon that I can remember. Sorry. Yeah, no, the reason why I bring him up is because we both played Scarlet and Violet the first time online a lot, and you know, we would battle quite a bit. And you know, for the first couple battles, I would hold back a little bit because I knew it was his first Pokemon game, and I played quite a few Pokemon games before he did. But then when I did beat him a couple of times, he beat me while I was actually trying. A thought got into my mind, a pretty evil thought, and I was gonna do a little bit of trolling. And I think I've got this idea must have come from Clark, all the built-up rage. And so what I was going to do, I was going to really like try hard in our fights until he eventually was able to beat me. Now, here's the thing, since there are a lot of terror raids, I had a certain team that was built specifically to just destroy any other team. So I had 2 of the fully evolved Paldean starters, Skeledirge and Quaquavel, and also a bunch of other Pokemon. I'll put the team up now. But essentially what I was going to do is, as soon as he beat my playthrough team, and he finally, you know, was really excited, really happy, yeah, I finally beat him, I'm finally better than him, I'm going to say, okay, now you're ready for my real team. Now what I was going to do, I was going to pull off this evil master plan by having my Tyranitar set up the Stealth Rocks and Sandstorm. These Pokemon have like max EVs, max IVs stats, like perfect stats. I would have him like go through all the Pokemon until Quaquaval. Now Quaquaval was the anchor to this team. I would always use him that because I would Terra Water him, and then he has this signature move called Aqua Step. Now Aqua Step is an 80 power water move. It's his signature move, only specifically to that Pokemon. Now every time you use that move, it increases your speed. And also, if you kill an opponent's Pokemon, my Quaquaval also has the ability Moxie. Now, every time you kill an opponent Pokemon, its attack stat boosts. So every time I essentially use a Terra Water Aqua Step, which doubles the move's power, I kill the opponent's Pokemon while getting an attack boost and a speed boost. Basically, essentially making my Quaquaval. Now, after devising this master plan, I stopped myself and I said, no, not again. I will not put another person through the same trauma that I went through. And, you know, if Bradley's watching this video and you want to go up against that team, be my guest, but you're probably not going to beat it. But, you know, you're welcome to try. And, yeah, no, that was all the